Your mind is like a garden. Think about how in a luscious garden we prune flowers, trim hedges, and mow the lawn, all to keep it beautiful and managed, creating a healthy environment for all of our favorite plants to grow. We don't necessarily need to tend to our gardens or our minds every single day, but it is best practice to check in on them and see if anything ever needs a little extra care. This could look like noticing that weeds keep coming back or realizing something isn't thriving the way it used to. As we relate this to our minds, it's really not always about fixing something that's broken. For example, oftentimes it's just something like sweeping fallen leaves off a path to keep it clear. If you were to never sweep leaves, one day you'd have a huge pile and a big task, and that's not as fun to get through. Providing maintenance to the garden or the mind is more about noticing when you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed or out of balance, anything not so nice, and giving yourself the space to work through it with the right support. That might be these nice pink wellies in your favorite trowel, and for your mind, that might be talking to someone who's non-judgmental and there to help you get through things. I used to think therapy was just for times of crisis, but now I see it like a form of self-care maintenance. Would you rather spend a little time in the sunshine outside every week watering your plants a bit? Or would you rather have to uproot and completely buy a new plant every time it dies because you didn't water it? That was rhetorical, and I think you know what I'm getting at here. If you don't know where to start with this mind maintenance, may I suggest my favorite mental health care platform, Rula. Rula makes it easier to find the right therapist for your needs. So care is carefully set up in the garden shed and there when you need a reset. Not just when things feel unmanageable or completely overgrown. The whole idea is simply not to let it get to that point. Rula's massive provider network means that they can meet a very diverse set of needs. Also, as soon as tomorrow. So go check them out to get started. A little dirt never hurt.